Alright, hope everybody's having a great weekend. I kind of had a mixed bag, won't go into it, but it had nothing to do with what's in the news. It just car issues. Anyway, we'll get to that on Monday, but hopefully that'll be squared away. I just live right down like 5 minutes. Well, actually, I want to say 5 minutes. More like a 10-15 minute walk from my house if I had to go that route. And it's basically like 30 seconds, essentially, maybe a minute at the most, down the road to drive there, but I may not be able to get the car driven down there to have my car serviced. I was supposed to go in for a oil change anyway, so it could be an alternator. Don't really know or care at the moment. I just want to have a good weekend. But anyway, things that I'm doing in passing here. One of the things that I like to do, as you know, is I like to research production logos because they have nice little sound bites that I can use for my videos, and I can also alter them, edit them, flip them around backwards, and stretch them and make them all kind of vintagey and stuff. And I really like the Hearst Media Productions group. I swear that there's a slight different variation that I cannot find. People are doing logo remakes already and sort of thing. But when you look up the Hearst, you know, they were Litton at some point, and then now they're Hearst. And but what's interesting is a lot of people are doing exactly what I'm doing right now. They're doing this and holding their camera like this and trying to get a picture of it. And sometimes the sound isn't there, and it just like. But those videos get thousands of views, and it's terrible qualities. I wish people would stop doing that. There's got to be a way where somebody can. I know that there's like a chance that you could miss it or sort of thing, but you know, a lot of the programs these days are scheduled programming or programming that you could I want to say TiVo, but you know, online programming. So you could basically, you know, find something and then screen record it or something like that. And there's any number of ways of doing things where people DIY it backwards like they're in like the dark ages. It's really annoying and frustrating. That's all I have to say about that. But I'm going to be doing some sort of, you know, I want to say Litton/Hearst logo remake, you know, try to make some sort of tribute to that and just kind of add my own spin to that because I could change the letters of Hearst to Henry S. or whatever. So that would be very cool and fun to do that. Now on to COMC. And I'm having kind of a difficult time finding stuff on COMC, or as other people call it, COMC. And I've got my soccer cards binder. I was working on that, noticing that some cards, some players have just really tanked. Cards that were like $10 are now like 50 cents. Nothing to do with any kind of Wander Franco type stuff there, but it just, I don't know, maybe the market got saturated, but you know, some of these soccer golden boys or whatever turned out to just be decent soccer players, but they just don't have any zip outside of that. So then, boom, and it's a great time for me to start peeling off some of these kind of numbered cards that I've been wanting for a long time. But other than that, I'm going through like the vintage baseball and some of the vintage football, and there's cards, you know, and low enough prices, but you know, still lots of, you know, cards with missing corners and stuff that don't really need to be listed and that sort of thing. But a lot of people are, you know, wiping out all the autograph TTM fuel and stuff like that, and I'll see a card for like $4. I'm like, why is this just random card $4? You know, it doesn't make any sense. But then he might be a good autograph signer, and that's maybe why, because people have wiped out all the other examples of that in the cheaper frames there. And it took me days, like a day or two, because I put $20 in to do a pre-Black Friday type thing just to get my foot in the door, get, you know, kind of some of the little nitpicky stuff out of the way so it doesn't get in the way of my Black Friday shopping experience. And I find virtually I mean, there's always cards on sale, but the cards that I kind of, you know, the old standbys and stuff, I've kind of wiped out those and picked through those things. You know, the set builds that I'm working on, you know, whether it's, you know, the last remaining cards of 90210 or whatever, I don't really feel like spending $2.50–3 on one common, you know. And anytime somebody celebrity that dies, whether it's Shannon Doherty or Luke Perry or something like that, those cards end up being $2 or $3. They've not signed it, they have not been encapsulated, they have not been signed and numbered or any of that sort of stuff. It's the same card before they died and after they died, and the and the amount of card has not gone down unless a warehouse of Topps burnt down of that same product, you know. And those are cards that never made it to the market if they're in a warehouse. So it doesn't have no effect on any kind of bearing of those. You know, these are the kind of cards that I'm kind of looking for. One of these days, I'm going to have like an example binder. Hopefully I can make like an example binder. And that's what I try to do with my soccer collection. Some of these are technically set builds in here. And I'll show you some of the cards that I'm kind of reviewing on COMC in a minute here. Again, these things were just from packs or whatever back in the day, and so I have those. I don't dare get rid of these kind of cards, you know, these Spain or Italy cards or whatever, because looking at them, you know, they're 50 cents a card, you know, where they used to be 50 cents to $1 for an entire pack because nobody wanted those. You know, but they're, for one card, it's the price of a pack. And then some of these are just ridiculously hard to find otherwise, you know, and some of them are just not available in set form. You know, that's one of the biggest problems, and that's why I see OMC a lot, because a lot of the products that I'm looking for have not been available in set form. Otherwise, you know, or the price difference has been way too much. And so, you know, because David Beckham is in a lot of those 90s, 2000s type cards there. And guess what happens is that players like that, he gets taken out there, and maybe a couple other guys, and then the rest of the cards are put up to, you know, for eBay sale or auction, you know, $2, $3, $4 a card. And these guys, you know, might have been on Dortmund, or they might have been on Liverpool or Manchester United, Man U, and they just have no that's the only interest that they were on a big team, and that's it. You know, some of the cards again, these are some more other ones, these premier cards again, but you look these things up there, and sometimes they're stupid expensive, and I have to go through and review this to see if I have any autograph signers in here, because I have virtually nothing in these things here. I don't know how much I paid for this Reina card here. It seems like Reina has gone down in price a lot. So if a person wanted to, it's dual page here, so I don't think I get this out of here. It's I don't know if it's Reina taking a selfie or what is going on here. It's some sort of, it's like got a fingerprint on there. Oh, heaven forbid! But it just wiped. No, it did not. You have to be careful with fingerprints on these Chrome cards because they may or may not wipe off. But you know, that was practically nothing. Probably 50 cents or $1 when I got that there. Again, he's got, you know, hundreds, if not thousands, of cards, and it's easy enough to go grab some of his cards at 30 or 40 cents a piece. And I always like to collect Topps Now and that sort of thing. Again, some of my favorite cards are the least noticeable cards in the collection. This one here I bought from, I believe, a German seller, Hans Peter Lenhoff. Now, unfortunately, some of the foil did not get on there. There's Hans Peter Lenhoff on a Panini card here. And this crazy as this, maybe it was an Italian seller. I don't really remember the whole deal. It could have been that. But the thing is that this is a Panini trading card, not a Panini. This was before Panini made all those other cards, but it's not a sticker. So that's what really intrigued me. And these are really, I would say, uber hard to find. So that's one of those. And even the old Topps Stadium Club. Think about this. Do you ever see Stadium Club soccer very often? You know, then you got the England soccer and all that fun stuff. This is Colin Foster. There's that one there. This is number 45, and then they showed like some other card there. I don't know who that, collector's corner there, and shows like a vintage card or something in the background there. How cool was that one there? Again, they're not a super valuable, but it was something that I just picked out. It's just that I like that, and that's inexpensive. And some of those cards, you know, from that dollar price range have crept up to $2 and $3 or $4. So people are saying everything is going down. You know, some of these commons have basically kept their value, because people are looking for commons are going to spend sometimes anything to get that one card, because not everybody's going to be uploading a Carlo Nash card right here. Nobody's going to care about that one, but there's going to be tons of your star players out there for everybody to grab. And you know, the star players are the ones that everybody wants to get graded, so the margin, you know, to get that, you know, best card. Again, here's some other ones here. I think these are the Pro Set England. There's Roy Keane and David Seaman, and there is Jeff Eckhart, and I believe David is card number 1, And for Nottingham Forest, Roy Keane is number 175. Those people I don't think signed, but I do have a couple people I picked out. In fact, I'm going to get a request off to Roy Wegerle. That's how I pronounce it. If I'm wrong, I think he's originally from South Africa, but he's a U.S. soccer player, and he lives in Florida, I do believe, and he got somebody got a return back him signed 4 of 4. So I'm not going to send out 4 cards. I'll probably send out 2 or 3. So I'll be looking for some more of his cards and pick some of those up. You know, there's an Alexi Lalas card here. I believe that's what that is, and I've gotten him before, but I didn't get that sent out because I didn't know I had it. I was just, and then these are hard to find, and some of them are numbered. These Red Wave cards I started to grab back in the day. When I say back in the day, that was probably like 4 years ago, maybe 3 that I started grabbing these cards. And these are just an Upper Deck product that I thought was really well, nicely laid out and put together. I said, they did a really good job of these cards here. I'm going to get some more of these. So I ended up getting them 3 of them, and I think they might have been 50 cents or $1 a piece. I was like on a budget or at the last end of my COMC dollars. And then so I have 3 of those, but some people are asking $5, $6, $7, $10 a card for those. I'm not going to be in that for that. Again, here's the cards I was talking about here a while back ago. These are the Topps team sets or whatever. I forget what it was. The Dortmund set, and they have like the orange, the green, the purple, and all that stuff. And some of those, like I said, the Reynas. If I had been able to realize that some of those are down to like 60 cents, 70 cents, I would have just wiped out the whole Reyna section. You know, Reyna Terror. Ha ha ha. And then, of course, a few more here of just different people on bicycles and other things. And sometimes I just picked up, you know, Marco Reus because I saw him score a goal on TV. And I said, if it acts like a star, looks like a star, it's probably a star. Again, these are people, Timo Werner, I got that for nothing because it was a huge print run there. You won't be able to see the whole card there. I can scoot that down a little bit there. Or Timo Werner. Sorry, excuse me. And then I got a couple Paul Wanners because I accidentally got to. But again, I bought the cheapest copies at like 30 and 40 cents or whatever it was. It was under 50 cents. Now the next cheapest copy on COMC is $1.25. So there's a great jump. You know, sometimes people get in and they want to get out very quickly, and that's how that is. Some other Dortmund cards here. Again, if I had started my collection over, you know, from scratch, and I wanted to go out to the soccer route, if I was going to, I would essentially, you know, create all different kinds of binders. I might have a, you know, Manchester binder, or Dortmund binder, or whatever, or I might sets binders, put them by sets and that sort of thing. And I would just be in hog heaven because every other card out there is $1 or $2. But then when you start peeling back the layers, getting to like the farthest back, you know, 90s cards and so on, it just gets to be kind of like, why am I paying $2 for this card that doesn't seem to have any value or any interest in it? But then I'm seeing this amazing card that's, you know, numbered at 99 for 40 cents. I don't understand it. You know, the Topps Apex, you know, those MLS stuff. Now the 2015 MLS, for whatever reason, is very hard to find and very expensive. But like MLS cards from Apex and stuff like that, they're all over the place for nothing. And I'm like, well, should I start be doing that or trying to finish my 2015 set off? I will never be able to finish that 2015 set. You know, I bought blasters and then all of a sudden there was no such thing. There's a few other cards here. No, this is not RFK, but kind of has the same kind of hairstyle as RFK there. But anyway, this is Arthur. Haha, Arthur. So there's that. There, I could show you more of these cards in here. We did a video a couple years ago, about the most beautiful cards on the planet here, and Kevin Trapp was the one that I chose. I mean, the most fantastic, you know, 50-cent dollar card that I've ever bought from, was it Panini Revolution? It was, yeah, amazing. And some of the other very similar, amazing Donruss and Panini soccer cards that were out there. This whole page is just absolutely just fantastic. Fantastic! So, let's get to COMC very quickly here. And I wanted to show you a couple of things that's going on here. So I'm looking at 1997-98 Upper Deck England here, because that's what you do. I've never seen anybody, I mean, I could find somebody that probably showed this on their channel, and I think David Beckham might be in this set here. And there's that David Seaman, or Seaman. I don't know how to pronounce his name there. But yeah, and I want to say Beckham is in here. And the Beckham I saw was not very expensive, if I'm not wrong here. I want to go and look at, yeah, I'm at card number here, so let's go to the last card here. And Beckham was, Oh, let's go to highest price here. That's what we do, is go to highest price. And then let's just go to highest price. We'll just do that and see if I can find that one here. And get away from the slabbed cards if there's such a thing here. These 90s cards, yeah, David Beckham is only $12, you know, for a card. And there's 21 different available. But again, these are things that I never see, but they're fairly common. I guess there's 21 examples of David Beckham for $12. And it's very possible somebody might throw a 50% off sale or an 80% off sale or even only a 10% sale. That might be just enough to get an early David Beckham for me. To me, that's early, 97, 98. I don't know what his rookie is, but I don't really give a care. I have, like, I think 0 David Beckham cards, you know. I don't want any of these like modern tribute cards here. One of the other reasons I think I basically wanted to share this with you is because I have one card and I'm going to send it off TTM to a guy. And it was $1 for the card. And I was like, you know what, $1, that's crazy. But I was looking up on eBay to see if I can find anybody with a complete set. So I need to type in set here and see what somebody is asking for the entire set here. It's, I think, less than 100 cards in the set, if I'm not mistaken. So we want to go back to COMC very quickly here. And let's see what... so Beckham was card number 18. Let's go back to card number here. See, there's 74 listings here, so it's smaller than 74 cards in the set. So there's Alan Shearer. Let's see what we got here. We got card number 46, 61, 66, 69. Okay, so... I don't know. There's card number 89 that jumps a few places here, so I don't know. Is that part of the same set? I'm guessing, yeah. So maybe those are short prints. I don't know. But it looks like it's under 100 cards there, if I'm not mistaken there. I picked up one card there. So let's see if there's a set available here on eBay. Let's see what a set goes for. Again, all of these are from COMC, so if you're doing your shopping on eBay, you're going to run into the COMC block here, the Iron Curtain of COMC. And what's also going to happen is that you're not going to get the same prices you will with going on to the, I guess they do $2.99 for shipping direct from COMC, so they've changed their shipping. It used to be $5, but yeah, eBay is going to be a little bit different, so direct from COMC. And I'm pretty sure the prices are not going to be the same. But I'm looking through here, and not a single person has even a set for sale from what I can tell here. No sets. Again, some of these earlier soccer sets, people are going to be just selling of one card at a time. 97 sealed pack. See, here's a sealed pack here. Not a box, a sealed pack. And this person is in Australia, and they want $32.88 for a sealed pack. Now, the thing about this here is that they're touting David Beckham in the set here. And the funny thing is that what's going to happen? You're not going to get the David Beckham, because what somebody's probably went through and gone through all the different cards there. They pulled the David Beckham out of the box and they said, okay, I got everything I wanted. He's more than likely not going to be in there, so that's probably a dud right there. That's why I stay away from sealed packs on eBay, because for all intents and purposes, unless it's a sealed box, I've got squat. Absolute squat. It just really, somebody has, laser scanned it or whatever. So that's pretty much the end of the video. I just want to give you an update of what's going on. And I have not been posting a ton as I used to, because I've run into, I would say, video issues, but I had things that happen that just get in the way, and I can't get the videos, by the time that I can post them. They're kind of out of sequence, and I don't want to post 5 videos in one day. So not everything needs to be shown, but I'll show you just the best stuff here. And that's today's video, and thank you for watching.